What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going with the final episode of Arte. This one is titled Apprentice. Oh boy, first of the Sunday shows to end. There's 3 more after this that are ending, so Sundays are all going to end together except for Kaguya I just did. Kaguya was fantastic, by the way. So this one, titled Apprentice. So last time, we got a bit of a dilemma here. Because we now have Sophia's portrait basically done at this point, and we now have the option to stay here in Venice as full-time painter for the Fallier family, or we can go back to Florence and continue as an apprentice under Leo. Now, I'm fully expecting, based on the title Apprentice, we're probably going to be going the latter route and going back to Leo, because if we didn't go back to Leo, the story is basically over. So I don't think that's all there is to the journey. Like, I'm going to come here as an apprentice. I have an interesting position that lets me do this job. Okay, bye, see ya. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to go back to him and be like, just because of the situation that Arte has been given, based on what we learned this episode when we met Mate, fellow apprentice, who... not menacingly, and didn't really mean anything by it, but ultimately Arte took it to mean something, when he said that he's envious of her because she's an educated female noble, which means she has opportunities given to her because of that almost, that other apprentices just simply won't have. And it makes it seem like she's got the upper edge, as opposed to when we started the show, where she was constantly put down. She's like, you're a female noble, nah, get out of here. Well, you're a female, get out of here. They didn't really care about the noble part, because they didn't care to make note of the noble bit. So it's done a complete 180, where before she was shunned for being a woman, now she's getting a lot more opportunities because she's a woman. At least that's what Mate was implying. Although, ultimately, we know that's not really the case. It is her art. I mean, if Yuri did not see her art on the big project, the big hall that we were painting at the time, there's no way he would have picked out Arte in that situation. So it is ultimately her talent that got her this position as well. It's just it happened to be that she was a female noble at the same time. But she was worrying about that, and she ultimately ended up overworking herself and falling ill and passing out from exhaustion, and got reprimanded for making Katerina cry, obviously, because Katerina is quite attached to her at this point. Probably sees her as quite like the big sister now. I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to have that sort of relationship. And Katerina shows an interest in painting as well, which is nice, based on Arte spending all her time painting for Sophia as well, because that's the portrait she was doing. Finished Katerina's portrait as well, which is very, very nice. Now we have the offer of the permanent job. Does she take it? Does she go back to Leo? I'm fairly certain she's going to go back to Leo, because, like I said, there needs to be more to this show, I think. As far as I'm aware, this series is still continuing, right? I believe, the source material. So if she doesn't go back to Leo, this show takes a very weird turn, but hey, I wouldn't be completely opposed to it if it did do that. But yeah, I'm almost certain with a title like Apprentice, she's going back. But we'll see how she decides to do it and how she approaches it. So, as always, we're watching this one on the Funimation player, so link to that will be in the description below. I will count us down 3, 2, 1, play, and then on play, the time of the episode will show up in the bottom left of the screen. That's so you know we're synced up. I'll call out things like the OP and ED ending, Funimation logo disappearing, voice crack, God, my voice is just terrible today. And yeah, stuff like the Universal logo, because Universal's involved in this one. So yeah, with all that said, everything's said and ready to go, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, play. Universal logo. I quite like this logo, it's just too long. See, it's like 24 seconds long. Meanwhile, Funimation's is like, what, 7? 8? Aha, the final portrait. Alright. That's the best you're gonna get out of him. Nice. Can we see it? Or did we see it last time? I can't remember. Oh, no, she's sad. Yes. OP, alright. Yeah, she's seriously gonna be thinking of it, because it's not just Leo or the Faliers, it's the fact that Katarina's here. That's gonna make it difficult. And whilst this OP's playing, as far as I'm aware, we have not had confirmation that Season 2 is coming. At least I have not seen official confirmation Season 2 yet posted. It might come out over time, but sometimes shows will announce their Season 2s immediately after. I know Villainess, when we get to that later tonight, is going to have an announcement for that. But I think that's the only one so far that has an official sequel. Kakushigoto has basically finished its story, so that won't be getting one. Tamayomi, unfortunately, I don't think it's popular enough to get one. I'd love for this to get a sequel. I would be more than okay with this getting a sequel. Now, of course, multiple sequels I'd like to see this season, but we'll see what ones get announced. Alright, here we go. Apprentice, yes. Oh yeah, we're back at the ceiling we're painting with Leo. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay. Really? I suppose it makes sense. Somehow. Well... Maybe. Okay. Dacia, right? That was your name? There we go. Yeah. Well, we don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said that. He doesn't honestly believe that anymore, though, I don't think. And the press down he gave her. Ah, Mate. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Don't let him freeze out there. What's this about them? Okay. The sound effect wasn't necessary, but... Oh, okay. Hmm. Right. Yeah, it could be interpreted that way. Mm-hmm. Accepting of it. Actually, it didn't in the end. She's used to so much worse. Mm-hmm. Fair. He recognizes that. Hmm. That's what you felt early on. Nice. Mm-hmm. And now you can see that she really does have true talent. Here we go. Nice. She truly does have talent. Yep, I'm jealous of your talent. It all influences your art. Mm-hmm. Nice. Good moment between those two. Very good moment. Oh, but I'm leaving. Yes! She is going back. Yeah, it is. And that's why? Well, hmm. Aha. Hmm. Fair. Nice. Wow. I'm glad I've warmed up to Yuri as time went on. Of course, if you need a project, you can direct it to Leo's workshop. And floating around, I love it. Nice. Oh, it's gonna be a poor goodbye to say goodbye to Katarina. Don't know what that noise was. Don't know if the mic picked it up, but that was weird. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. With, mm-hmm. Oh. Aww. Yes. Mm-hmm. Wow, the formalities. Mm-hmm. And on our way back we are. Alright, we're already halfway through this episode. It's gone quick. We're almost back. Her hair's definitely gotten longer over time, hasn't it? It feels like it has, anyway. Looks a little longer than when she started, at least. Is he even here? Nope. I guess he's back at the church. Oh no, it's Dacia. Aha. Oh no. Ooh boy. You just have to. We just have to throw that in, don't we? Why couldn't it have been a smooth ending? Ah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right, it's not going to get completed. Sure, that's what you care about. Here it is. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh damn, we're that close. Well, think you can do it, Arte? It's a bit of a gamble, but yep. And she did. I'm guessing. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a lot to finish in a week. Good God. Don't overwork yourself again. I mean, you're getting there, that's good. Food's been left. Has she touched it? No, she hasn't, of course. Focus on your health, Arte. Don't forget. Overdoing it again. Thank you, Albertino. Thank you. Probably not. Other apprentices coming in? Maybe? Well, of course he's here. Aha. Yep. Ah, Nasia's here with food. Good. Everyone we've met up until now. Nice. Alright, we can do this. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, so they've got like an extra couple of hours after their main work so they can help out with. Cool. No. That made it worse, didn't it? Yep. I'm getting close. And we're done. Nice. That's pretty impressive, actually. I don't think so. All of us. Oh. You knew that wouldn't happen. Nice. He's really happy to have her back. He just doesn't show it, as per usual. Hold those tears in. Oh, no face this time. Wow. Aha, the family gets to see her work. Mm-hmm. You're regretting it now? Nope. Did you notice? What? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ubertino there? That's amazing. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. Sharing letters back and forth as the credits go over. Ah, all right. Naturally. This is great. Where she goes up and down the stairs, I love it. What was that? Sure. We're gonna have some fun with that some more. Oh, this was great. A perfect ending to this show. A slightly different version, or a different chorus of the OP here. Empty canvas. Were you gonna write Arte Season 2 confirmed, or what? Nah, Finn, of course. Or Finne, I should say. Marvelous. A perfect ending. Well done, Arte. Golf claps, golf claps. Yeah, that was a fantastic ending. That is exactly how it should have ended, I think. Yeah. Perfect ending to that show. I did not expect the nice touch of having, since she was the one to finish it, the people in her life were all around the edges. That was a very, very nice touch. I didn't expect that. But yeah, this was a great show. This was just great. Like, it's probably one of those shows that's gonna go underappreciated in the grand scheme of the season. I feel like it's going to be one of those shows that probably doesn't get a lot of attention, probably doesn't get a lot of higher ratings, but I think honestly deserves way more attention and ratings. Like, there are always these shows every season that just, for whatever reason, don't spark a big audience. And it's just not the type of show that does attract a huge audience. But for the audience that it does attract, I think they'll truly enjoy this one. And, like, I think the thing that might put people off or actually encourage people is the fact that the focus on painting was the painting wasn't the main driving point of the show. Like, it focused its story and its character development around art, but it was never like the strong focus of learning art and learning different techniques, learning all this stuff. It's not like we, the audience, were being taught art. It's like we were introduced to a lot of art skills, differences, and things that related to art, but we didn't learn art ourselves, which could have been a potential for this series going that way. I mean, you can say that about a lot of slice of life based shows, especially those done by Dogakoba. This was done by 7 Arcs. I think it's one of the only 7 Arc shows I've ever watched, if I remember correctly. I think this was my introduction to 7 Arcs, even though they've done a lot of shows before. A lot of it not greatly rated, it must be said. But yeah, other than... Yeah, I haven't seen any of their previous shows. They've got a long, long list of shows, though. Like, a long, long list. Going back to 2003. So, I'm excited for their next project, which is Tonikaku Kawaii, or Fly Me to the Moon, which is premiering in October this year, hopefully. Provided it didn't experience any delays due to COVID. So I'm looking forward to that one, because that one looks really interesting, and I'm right up my alley, honestly. So, be interested to see if that captures me in the same way. But this was just a good show. It just was a good show. Like, the character development felt great. It wasn't the biggest cast of characters you could have possibly had, but every single one of them had their moments, and you felt connected to them. Even Daphne, the head maid for the Faliers, like, even she was a well-supported character. And honestly, I thought the father, Papa Falia, whatever his name was, what was his name? Let's see. Malta, there we go, Malta. Malta Falia was the father. I thought he'd be a bit more of an issue, honestly, during that, but ultimately he didn't do anything about it. He was just like, yeah, that's fine, and then walks off. Less screen time for him, it's always good. But yeah, I'd love to see a season 2 to this. I don't think... Let me just double check to make sure one hasn't been announced in the time I've been recording. Because I checked a couple of hours ago, but I'll just double check now. Nope, I'm not seeing any announcements of any sort. Not seeing an announcement of any sort on this. Let's check this one. This is the only other place I can really think of which would probably announce anything like that. Although you're kind of slow to load, unfortunately. There we go. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Nope, doesn't look like we're going to get any sequel announcement just yet. I'll be paying attention, because I'd love to see one, but... part of me wonders if this is the type of show that just ultimately doesn't get it. The source material of the manga came out in 2013. There's how many? There are 12. Alright, there are 12 volumes, right? Yes, there are 12 volumes. The most recent one coming out January this year. So I'd have to double check where we are in terms of what you call it? I've lost my train of thought entirely. Yeah, I'd have to see where the anime ended in terms of the manga. And if anyone does know where this anime series leaves off in terms of the manga, please leave a comment down below where that is, because I'm sure plenty of people who've watched this would be thinking, oh, I really enjoyed this. I'm going to go read the manga and catch up and see what happens after. So if you have any idea where the jumping off point from the end of this one is to continue on, please leave your comments down below as per usual. So yeah, this was great. This is going to be one of my highly rated ones of my end of season reviews. That's for certain. We'll be doing that about 2 to 3 weeks. Will be when I start to review the entire season. It's going to be a little interesting because there are still 3 shows this season that are ongoing because of the COVID delays, that being Breakwater, Millionaire Detective, and Gallon Dino. So I'll probably save them for, well, at least for Breakwater and Millionaire Detective, which have been confirmed to have air dates for summer. Although their actual episodes that we'll be watching aren't for another month or so. It's about the end of July, I think. Let's see. It is currently, from time of recording, which is 2 a.m. on Sunday for me, it is 39 days and 15 hours until episode number 3 of Millionaire Detective. So it's starting July 16th with episode 1. Since, actually, now that I think about it, I will probably re-edit and re-upload the original Millionaire Detective reaction, as well as the Breakwater reactions, because those don't exist on the channel. So what I'll do is, as these shows are airing back from first episodes, I will put up my old reactions to these shows from the episodes I did watch. So the first 2 episodes of Millionaire Detective and the first 3 episodes. Yes, first 3 episodes of Breakwater. I'll up those as they go up so that it's a nice continuation on, and the entire series will be featured on the channel. I could rewatch, but I kind of remember Millionaire Detective too much, and I want to capture that original surprise I had with this show. The first 2 episodes are bonkers, and I don't want to lose that initial surprise reaction that I had when I first watched it, because I won't have that same reaction if I was to do it again in a month's time. So, yeah, that's my reason for that. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Arte as much as I have. Leave a like if you enjoyed the series. As per usual, leave your comments on what you thought, including where this leaves us off in terms of the manga. If there is enough source material for Season 2, things like that. I'll be keeping an eye out for announcements, but I don't expect it, honestly, for this show. If you want to have a more in-depth discussion about the show, now that it's ended, my Discord does have a special text channel just for this show, as well as all the other shows I have on my channel. It's not easy to have a back and forth conversation there. And don't forget to hit subscribe to see other shows from Spring 2020 that will now be ending over the course of the next couple of weeks. Well, next week, more than likely. Most of them should be finished by then, I believe. Yeah, all the shows that I'm watching this season will be ended by next week. Kaguya being the last one on Sunday. And, well, except for Sword Art. Sword Art is the exception there, I think. I'll be thinking of something to watch in the interim. I have a couple of movies. I have an OVA and a movie to watch that I know I'm going to be watching, that being the ReZero OVA before Season 2 comes out, and the movie Whisker Away. Is that what it was called? I forget what it was. It was, someone mentioned in a comment recently. A Whisker Away? Is it something like that? Yes, A Whisker Away is the exact name of it. Hour 44-minute movie. We will be watching that as a Netflix show, so I'll be watching that one. So yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and in preparation for summer 2020, see you guys later.